People all over San Diego County are trying to get a hold of a COVID-19 vaccine, even if that means waiting in line for hours outside of a vaccination center just to see if there are any extra shots.
Estamos en este recorrido, estamos cerca del Parque Balboa, acabamos de pasar la calle Redwood y la calle Sexta.
¿Qué mensaje tienes para ellos? A lot of our viewers are immigrants. They might be able to relate to you for the first time seeing someone of color in office. So what message do you have for our viewers? This is a spot where a 13-year-old driver slammed her vehicle against the wall, but according to police, there were two men believed to be homeless sleeping right behind these bushes. Siempre hablamos de cifras, pero son vidas humanas.
The district says that Mrs. Baltasar, an AP Spanish teacher at Coachella Valley High School, voluntarily changed the grade from an F to an A.
Knowing those numbers and that we are in a border city with a lot of Latinos and immigrants, what are you doing to make sure vaccines get to those communities? Now here in Little Italy, this would be the ideal scenario. A restaurant has a private parking lot. They can put tables outside. However, not all restaurants in San Diego have that extra space. After a long journey, it is in this place where they can get a good night's sleep or a warm meal after weeks. Feliz viernes. El reto circula en redes sociales como #VenmoChallenge. The federal agencies and cabinet departments affected by the ongoing partial government shutdown. It's a little different. So we don't have Santa Claus. So this is kind of the equivalent. De Midway, lo que empezó como un asalto terminó con un sujeto atrincherado.
So remember, if you see standing water in your backyard, just dump it, drain it, and scrub it clean. The student survivors of the shooting at a Parkland, Florida high school are traveling the nation. You guys are missing the party. Just take a look behind me. Crowds are pouring into the kiosk. After volunteering for 24 hours, Ali Huerta finally got her first Moderna vaccine much sooner than waiting for her tier.
And it makes you feel safe to be around your family, and it's reuniting families, so I'm very happy, very relieved.
Today is Elizabeth Ledesma's first day on the job, a volunteer opportunity she took after losing her father due to COVID-19.
Que mi papá murió solo.
Ledesma says her father died alone. No one was allowed to be with him during his final days. The Chula Vista vaccination superstation needs around 80 volunteers to operate.
We need people to help with registration and wayfinding, and just providing information for those who are here, who have appointments.
The requirements are pretty simple. You just have to be at least 18 years old and have a good attitude.
So I'm up front and I help people like, okay, do you have your appointment? Do you not have your appointment? And some people come in wheelchairs and they don't have anyone to help them or push them, whatever.
But the station is running low on vaccinators, especially those who speak Spanish.
Continúe poniéndose su mascarita todo el tiempo.
Ana Luisa Suarez works a 12-hour shift as a nurse. During her spare time, she volunteers.
Yo les hago las citas.
On top of that, Suarez says she helps elders schedule their appointments. As an incentive and as a way to make sure vaccines don't go to waste, Sharp Healthcare is offering to administer vaccines to volunteers who commit to at least 3 shifts.
There's a huge need. We are going to be having the superstation open until probably the end of July.
Sharp Healthcare told us they have enough volunteers to cover shifts during February, but they anticipate they'll need extra help once there are more vaccines delivered to San Diego County. In Chula Vista, I'm Claudia Bucio. Mary Carrillo is a woman strong in courage, bold by heart. And at 101 years old, she has a great joy of life.
I'm happy.
The year Maria de la Luz Carrillo was born, 1917. A gallon of gas was 15 cents. The average life expectancy of a woman was 54 years, and Carrillo's native state of Texas was only 72 years old.
From Texas? Ooh, yeah!
Allegiance to the flag.
She is truly honored to be American.
That is my greatest privilege.
Despite her Texan pride, she saw the promise of California. And in 1958, Carrillo took a leap of faith and moved to Mecca, children in tow, and moved into a home that she painted pink, her favorite color, and has remained pink ever since.
I think there were about maybe 10 houses.
Leon's meat market is about a 10-minute walk from her home. Back in the day, it was the only market in Mecca. Her social life was built around her children's school activities. But without any kids in school, Carrillo says she doesn't really know anyone in Mecca anymore. Carrillo's son, Johnny Estrada, says much has changed in this small town.
A lot of the streets were dirt.
Carrillo bore 7 children and ruled the roost with a firm hand.
There was no dad, okay? No father figure. So she was both. I feared her more than the police.
Despite that, she has cherished her family.
My mother. And she right now is with heaven like my son. And I talk to her and I tell her, Mamá, estás con tu nieto.
Mom, you are with my son in heaven. Carrillo loves spending time with her dog Chispa, which translates as Bark. And her secret to a long, happy life?
To be crazy like myself.
And of course, never stop smiling. In Mecca, Claudia Buccio, NBC Palm Springs. Con bastón en mano y una caja de botanas, don Jorge hace su vendimia por las calles del centro de Tijuana. Muy pocos se detienen a escuchar su historia.
Que en mi ciudad de Tijuana, desafortunadamente, falta mucha cultura del apoyo, la sensibilización y la inclusión hacia las personas con discapacidad.
Don Jorge creó Viso, una organización de apoyo emocional y educativo para invidentes, ya que vive en carne propia la pérdida de la vista. El señor Cantú se sometió a una cirugía de cataratas que le cambió la vida.
Después de la cirugía, poco a poco se me fue apagando la luz hasta que el 8 de agosto del 2010 quedó completamente en tinieblas.
Tuvo que abandonar su carrera en construcción y encontrarle un nuevo sentido a su existencia.
Ya puedo escribir en la computadora con todos los dedos de la mano. Ya puedo escribir una carta, mandar correos electrónicos.
De la A a la Z.
Pero su labor no solo es en Tijuana. En San Diego, Cantú también da talleres gratuitos de braille, de cocina y de joyas de fantasía.
Con la finalidad de que puedan autoemplearse y en un momento dado puedan tener un ingreso extra.
Detrás de cada cuenta, de cada pulsera, hay un reto superado.
Las personas que tenemos una condición de discapacidad debemos de entender que no hay límites. Los límites están en la mente de cada quien solamente.
El señor Jorge Cantú espera que este proyecto ayude a crear conciencia sobre las necesidades que tienen personas con discapacidad visual en ambos lados de la frontera. Es el reporte desde San Diego, Claudia Buccio, Univision.